So hello everyone and welcome to Franchise Mode. Today we're going to be doing some contract extensions. So first off, we got to get some of these guys to stay on the team. So we're going to start with Luis Garcia, lock him down for 3 years. We're going to do mostly these young guys. Why? Why don't you want to stay here? We're going to offer him 18 mil. Yep, CJ Abrams accepts. He's an older guy. We're going to let him walk. Not walk, because he has arbitration, so we'll just let that go. Jacob Young, I don't know why people do. I hate renewing contracts. I hate things like that. I like to make sure I can at least keep my players for a certain amount of time. Mitchell Parker, another young guy. We'll sign him. Dylan Cruz, another young guy. We'll sign him. No, you don't want to be here that long, huh? Okay, you know what? Then that's all you get. Okay. There you go. James Wood, obviously. 1.7. Keegan Akin. He has some arbitration. Mackenzie Gore will sign. Oh, that's a long contract. That is a lot of money. Let's do 46 mil. These are good players. I don't know why I wouldn't sign them. I honestly really like some of these guys. And yeah, it kind of seems stupid because we're not winning. But like, you want to lock down these younger players for a very long time. Nasim Nunez, another guy. Actually, I think he's got years of arbitration, so we'll let him figure that out. DJ Hers looks fantastic. And I kind of want to sign him while he's cheap. So let's sign him for that. He can walk. And then we get to these other guys that I'll just do off screen. So we'll be back. So we're going to make a big trade to start the trade deadline. I skipped the entire month pretty much because we're not doing much this year anyway. Brad Lord. Ooh, nobody cares. And Nathaniel Lowe being traded away. Nathaniel Lowe, great season. In return, we get Tyler Miller. He's doing pretty good in the MLB. He's played a couple games. And down south, he's not doing too much bad. He's not doing too bad. And the big piece, Luis Paredes, AAA. He's 21 years old, and he has great potential. So we are going to get this trade confirmed. We're going to make another big trade. Todd Peterson and Jake Irvin heading to Boston. In return, we are getting Tristan Casas. This is a big one. We could use a first baseman, especially because not only did we just trade Nathaniel Lowe, we're trading Josh Bell. So we're going to get our new first baseman. So we make another trade. Jorge Lopez. He's gone. He's being traded for Ronci Contreras from the Orioles. Look at these stats in AA. Absolutely insane. Another big trade. Josh Bell is going to the New York Yankees for Ben Hess. Can he become a big player for our team? Only time will tell us. We're making one last trade today. Colin Posh and Stone Garrett being traded away. We're giving more time for these younger guys. In return, we get Jordany Ventura, who he has been playing great in AAA, and Michael Arias. Not as great, but he still has a lot of potential. That is the final trade of this video. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is the first day of August, where the 48-61 Washington Nationals take on the 55-54 Milwaukee Brewers. The Nationals were huge sellers at the deadline. Both Aaron Savall, but especially Mitchell Parker, have been on dominant runs lately on the mound. Today, he is looking for another dominant performance. So, let's find out if he could do it. The Brewers versus the Nationals. Nationals in their home park. Pitching for the Nationals is Mitchell Parker. This season, 22 games, a 6-10 record, 118.2 innings pitched, a 4.55 ERA, 1.37 WHIP. For the first, Christian Yelich starts us off. First pitch in there for strike one. This game is officially begun. Nationals 14 games behind in the wild card race. They would need quite the run, especially because they just sold a lot of people to get some results here, so it's very unlikely. 1-2. That one gets away. 2-2. We'll try again. Here's the pitch. That one is crushed, but foul. Another 2-2 count. Parker, the sixth pitch of the at-bat, is in the dirt. Full count. The pitch, it results in a strikeout. William Contreras, top of the first, 2 outs. First pitch, fouled off, strike one. 0-1 count. Contreras third on the Brewers with 54 RBIs, third most on the team. It's a 1-1 count now. Here's the pitch. That one is crushed, left field into the gap. And the Brewers have their first hit of the game. Extra bases, that's a double. So trying to bring him in is Rhys Hoskins. Can't believe this guy's still in the league. 1-0 count. Next pitch. Hits it. Foul ball. If it was fair, it would have scored him. Instead, another pitch. Not called. Wow. Rhys Hoskins, 14 homers. That's tied for second on the Brewers. The 3-1 is fouled off. Now it's a full count. Here's the pitch. It's fouled off to stay alive. Try again. The full count. That one hit to Garcia. And the top of the first is over. Pitching for the Brewers is Aaron Savall this season. He has had quite the year. 21 games started, 7-3 record, 130 innings pitched, 2.98 ERA, 1.13 WHIP. Bottom of the first, Luis Garcia. We've inked him to a longer deal, if you remember seeing that earlier at the beginning of this video. Garcia will be with us for a couple years. He earned that contract because what a year he is having. Fantastic year. Now it's an 0-2 count. That one fouled off to stay alive. It's another 0-2. Here's the pitch by Savall. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout to begin. Next up, Jacob Young. Bottom of the first, 1 out. That cutter is below the zone, ball 1. Just missed the zone there. Next pitch. Ball 2. Casas, third best average. We'll get to him in a little bit. Jacob Young, 18 doubles. That's second on the Nationals. That one he swings and misses at, 2-1. Here's the next pitch by Savall. And Jacob Young hits one left field, and it's going to fall for the first hit of the game. That's a single. Up next, our newest player, Tristan Casas. And Jacob Young swipes the bag. 0-1 count. Runner on second. Savall. The pitch. Casas hits one deep left field. And it's caught. They send the runner. What a throw. And he's out to end the first. Top of the second, Jackson Churio is up. He made that huge throw to end the top of the first, and he will get a single to begin the top of the second. Mark Canha is up. That one fouled off. Strike one. It's an 0-1 count. Next pitch. That one also fouled off. Strike two. The pitch. He fouls it off. Barely manages to hit it. Another 0-2 count. That one inside. No good there. 1-2. It's it. Casas to A-Rods. Back to Casas. Double play. Top of the second, 2 outs. Joseph Ortiz is up. That one was a cold strike. Strike one to begin. That one fouled off. Strike two. It's an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's hit past the infield. Keeps the inning alive with a single. Inning stays alive here. That will bring up Blake Perkins. First pitch. Strike one. Curve is in. The 0-1. That one gets called. I don't know about that, but now it's an 0-2. Hits it. Abrams to Garcia to get the out. James Wood, bottom of the second, 1 out. First pitch. Swing and a miss at the cutter. Wood in the last 5 games, 7 for 20. That's a .350 average. Fouls it off. James Wood proving why he got inked to a longer contract. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. And I feel like if the Nationals didn't sign Keibert Ruiz to that contract, they would have signed James Wood, C.J. Abrams, all those guys to, like, 6-year contracts. I think they're afraid of what happened to Ruiz, and now they don't want to, like, risk it. And a swing and a miss. Got the K. Keibert Ruiz, speaking of him, here he is. First pitch. Hits it. And what a play to end the second. Top of the third. First pitch. Fouls it off. And strike one. Andrew Monasterio. Dash strike two in there. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one low. 1-2. Here's another pitch. That one's in. Strike out. Top of the third, 1 out. Christian Yelich 0 for 1. That one low. Back to the top of the lineup here. 29 stolen bases on the season. Not just first on the Brewers, but second in the National League. And right there, it gets through for a single. Bryce Terang is up. That one doesn't get a call. 1-0. Yelich running. Ruiz can't get him. Stolen base. Now it's a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. It is gonna fall. Yelich will score a blooper. Gives the Brewers a 1-0 lead. Contreras, first pitch, strike one. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Fouls off the next pitch, 0-2. Here's the pitch. That one hit. Casas can't get it. It's through. That's a single. Rhys Hoskins, top of the third, 1 out. That's a ball, 1-0. Next pitch, ball 2. 2-0. That one fouled off, 2-1. Parker, that one fouled off, 2-2. Looking for the K. Fouls it off to stay alive. Another 2-2 count here. That one also fouled off. Can't get him out. Pitch. Hit. Abrams. Double. Play. Bottom of the third. 1 out. Dylan Cruz up next. Taking over Stone Garrett's spot after Stone Garrett was traded for some big players. Hopefully 2 future starters. And we have a lot of prospect starters. So, you know, some guy doesn't do as well as we hope. He's probably gone. And hit up the middle. Cruz has a single. Nasim Nunez. Shortstop. And they send Cruz. That's a ball. Cruz swipes the bag. That was his 7th stolen base of the season. Nunez, a swing and a miss at the cutter. 1-1. Savall, the pitch. He went around, strike 2. 1-2. Savall looking for the big out here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at the sinker. So if they want to tie it, it's up to Luis Garcia. And a foul ball. He was early on the curve. He's 4 for 8 against Savall. 0-1 count. First pitch. And now that one's also fouled off. 0-2. Savall, a chance to get out of the inning here. Here's the pitch by Savall. Savall, it's hit by Garcia, but end of the third. We'll skip to the bottom of the fourth. Jacob Young starts us off. He's 1 for 1. That's a ball. 1-0. 3 for 8 against Savall in his career. 1-0. Young fouls off a sinker. 1-1. Try again. Savall with the pitch. And it's fouled off. 1-2. Savall looking to get him down quickly. The pitch is a ball. Sinker low. 2-2. We'll try again. The 2-2 count. He went around. Bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. C.J. Abrams, 0 for 1. Hits one deep left field. Abrams crushes it. Deep. Back. It's off the wall. Abrams keeps the inning alive with a double. C.J. Abrams. Now it's up to James Wood. He's 0 for 1. A single would probably score Abrams here. 1-0. Now, pitch. Wood hits it to the third baseman. The Brewers get out of it. Fifth, Keibert Ruiz, 0 for 1. First pitch, sinker's in there, strike 1. Quiet from Los Angeles in 2021. Ruiz fouls off the curve, 0-2. Savall, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss to get the out. William Contreras, 2 for 2 on the day. First pitch, ball. And William Contreras, 14 home runs. He's tied for second on the Brewers. My question is, why are all the top 3 guys on their team in home runs? The first 3 guys? You think you would want one of those power bats at number 4 right there. Contreras has a double. And Rhys Hoskins, ball 1. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Next pitch. That doesn't get a call. 2-0. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. This is a strike. 2-2. And Hoskins is thrown out. Get him out of here. Strike him out. Takes 2 outs. Mark Canha trying to drive in the run. First pitch was fouled off. He's 0 for 2. That one up, but it's going to be foul. Wood can't get there. 0-2. Fouls it off. And again. And that one is through. Young is there. Contreras going. And no good. The Brewers score. It's 2-0. He's top of the 6th. There it goes. Young gets it. That will end Parker's day. 6 innings, 2 runs, 3 strikeouts. Not too bad. The 6th, 1 out. Luis Garcia, 0 for 2. First pitch. Hits one. It will fall for a single. Next up, Jacob Young, 1 for 2. 1 out, runner on first, and a swing and a miss at that cutter. 0-1. Now, the next pitch. Ball 1. That one inside. Savall kind of losing his command here. Young fouls off the cutter. 1-2. Savall pitch 60. Incoming. That one's high. 2-2. Savall. Here's the pitch again. Young hits it. Shortstop's got it. Double. Won't get them both. Tristan Casas. Up next. 2 outs. Runner on first. There goes Young. He swipes the bag again. Our runner in scoring position. Casas. 0 for 2. Ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. Now the next pitch. Savall. Hits it. And now they send Young. And he's saved 2-1. Washington cuts the lead in half. 2 outs. Runner on first, C.J. Abrams, 1 for 2. Fouls off the cutter, strike 1. 0-1 count. Abrams looking for another hit today. This is a big spot. That's a ball, 1-1. Hey, and it's not... I realize Casas has no speed, but we had Josh Bell before, so not much of a difference. Anyways, 1-2. Abrams looking for a hit. Savall just trying to get out of the inning. Abrams stays alive, fouling off that curveball. 1-2 again. Here's the pitch. That one, catcher can't glove it. 2-2. Savall, pitch 70. This is the most pitches he's thrown in an inning so far. Again, away. Catcher couldn't glove it. Full count. Wood on deck. Here's the pitch by Savall. Swing and a miss, and the 6th. In the game is rookie Michael Arias into his first ever game. Can he deliver our new... we just traded for him. He got called up. Let's see what he's got. Christian Yelich, top of the 7th, 2 outs. He's 1 for 3. Hits one over the head of Howes. That's a single to keep the inning going. That will bring up Bryce Terang. First pitch. Strike 1 in there. 0-1. Next pitch. Not going to get a call. 1-1. That one fouled off. 1-2. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. His first career strikeout. Into the game, Jared Cohen. The 7th, 2 outs. Brady Howes, 0 for 2. First pitch. Fouls it off. Strike 1. Here's the next pitch. And now, fouls it off again. 0-2. Looking for a quick inning here. Here's the 0-2 count. And a foul ball again. Howes battling. The 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The 8th, William Contreras, 3 for 3. He has had quite the day. 1-0 to start this at-bat. Next pitch. That's in there. Strike 1. It's a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That one low. 2-1. We'll try again. 3-1. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off, full count. Here's the pitch. Arias. No, doesn't get the call. He walks him. Churio, 1 for 3. Ball 1. 1-0. Next pitch is fouled off. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's a ball. 2-1. Try again. That's a ball. 3-1. Here's the pitch. It's high. He walked him. 1 for 3. First pitch in there. Strike 1. Next pitch. That one hit to Casas. Double! Play gets him out of the top of the 8th. For McGill. The 8th, Dylan Cruz starts us off. He's 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch hit. Second baseman can't glove it. That's a single. Team Nunez 0 for 2. First pitch. They send Cruz. He steals the bag. A runner on second now. Here's the 0-1 count. Pitch. And it's fouled off 0-2. We'll try again. Nunez waiting. Here's the pitch. Nunez hits it left field. They're after it. Won't get there. 0-2 again. McGill. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Garcia 1 for 3. 1 out. Runner on second. Ball 1. 1-0. Here's the next pitch. McGill. It is hit left field. Left fielder after it. Will he get there? Yes, he will. What a play. So it's up to Jacob Young. He's 1 for 3. We know Cruz has got a lot of speed. Hits it. And the Brewers escape the 8th inning. Coming in for us is Rotzi Contreras. One of the guys we picked up. Joseph Ortiz, 2 for 3. First pitch falls in, strike 1. Top of the 9th. Next pitch. That's in, strike 2. Contreras just trying to keep the score where it's at to give us a chance. That one fouled off, 0-2 again. Here's the pitch. And it's hit outfield. Cruz has it. Holds him to a single. Jake Perkins, 0 for 3. That one just misses, ball 1. Next pitch, fouled off, 1-1. That one hit through the infield for a single. Ontario. There's the bunt. House is there. There's the out. That's a big play. Next up, Christian Yelich. That's in, strike 1. He's 2 for 4 on the day. Next pitch. Won't get a call. 1-1. Pitch. Hits it foul. 1-2. The pitch. Hits it. It will fall. Wood throw. And the Brewers lead 3-1. Terang is up. That's in, strike 1. 0-1 count. That one's a ball, 1-1. Here's the next pitch. That one fouled off. 1-2. Contreras, the pitch. That's a ball. 2-2. That's a ball. Full count. And it's through. And that will score another. 4-1. Akin trying to come in and stop the damage. Contreras trying to bring in a run here. He's 3 for 3. Hits it. Garcia flips it to Abrams. Abrams doesn't even throw it. It's 5-1. It's top of the 9th, 2 outs. Fouls off the first pitch. Strike 1. 0-1. Next pitch. Hit. Deep back. 7-1. Rhys Hoskins. And the bullpen has collapsed. For the 9th, down to our last out. A horrible 9th inning will lose us the game.
0-1's the count.
We would need 6 runs, no outs. It's probably not going to happen. Wood hits it. And that's the game. Brewers win 7-1 in a 9th inning collapse by our bullpen. Contreras and Akin just could not handle it. With that, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.